OG.
Welcome back to the street.
Welcome back.
How that song go with Welcome Back to Art? I forgot.
Huh?
Welcome
Oh, that's my shit right there.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm about to start taking them mace John on y'all.
Yo,
Yo,
welcome back
y'all
to the
just
King's
tuning in.
Truth. Your
Hey,
mic,
Moms.
your mic not on, Smooth.
Welcome back, welcome back,
Huh?
welcome
Your mic- oh, there
Oh, all right. So,
We back
Hey,
up in
Moms.
this joint.
if y'all just tuning in to www.glockaware.com. Download the radio app at Glockaware Radio and tune in. Call in 267-888-6019.
Yeah.
Now,
The topic
the
is
topic for today, for the last
45 minutes.
45 minutes, is trust. Can you trust being in a relationship?
Do you
after
trust your significant?
Do you trust your significant after the trust is gone?
That's not the topic, nigga.
What was the topic?
Well,
The topic was-
yeah.
If you don't have trust in the relationship,
Do you stay in a
do you
relationship?
stay in a relationship? Can it
Yeah,
last?
can you,
Right.
okay, same difference.
We just been going off crazy, like with y'all
Well,
crazy ass stories.
We really weren't
Y'all
going
niggas
off
is
topic
crazy.
because
We got stories.
Listen, the stories revolve around trust. You understand what I'm saying? Every trust issue has a story behind it. You understand?
But
what
y'all
I'm saying?
two, I'm gonna give it to y'all. For y'all to be married and the stories y'all got, I would have thought y'all niggas didn't trust each other at all the shit y'all do.
Right.
But I salute y'all niggas because y'all still going and y'all still trust each other.
See, trust is actually just not just a fucking word. It actually is a action. You gotta work on it. You understand what I'm saying?
Are you on Wikipedia
Marriage
right
is
now?
work.
You on Wikipedia
No,
right
I'm
now?
not on Wikipedia.
Go ahead.
On Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's not. You gotta work on it. You know what I mean? You gotta know the person you with, and
Right.
then in order to keep that trust going. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big ass flirt.
I'm a flirt too, sometimes.
Listen,
No, you
I'm
a whore.
a flirt to the point
I'm
that
not a
if
whore.
y'all see me flirting outside, y'all will probably thought I already done got the chick number. You know what I mean? That I probably done fucked her because she all up on me. Hey, school, how you doing? But
Let
at
me
the
tell
end of
you,
the day,
I had some
Righteous.
situations.
I mean-
I had some situations.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Especially once we joined the community.
Oh,
it
yeah, I
was
watched
it
motherfuckers
was some
up
crazy
on her.
situation. Up on me.
Oh, yeah.
Who was on that?
No names, Smooth.
no, I'm not
All right.
going.
Wait a minute.
Hold
Wait a minute.
I don't want no
Whoa, I gotta stop you.
One at a
I got a
time.
story. I got a story.
Oh
Give me this.
no! Oh God! Here we
Okay.
go.
We was in the clubhouse one day.
Oh God!
That's Tara talking, everybody.
So,
Introduce yourself.
yeah, this is Terry. Now, I got a story about Queen, and this shit blew my mind.
Oh, my God.
And you know what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
All right, so we in the clubhouse, right? And we having an event. We had some civilians and we had some community. We had this one civilian dude bypass everybody in the whole motherfucking. We was packed. We had like at least 65 people, and beeline right to Queen, right to Queen. And I'm sitting there like my mouth wide open, like what the fuck is going on over here?
That's not my fault.
And the dude was just like all over her, like he was undressing her with that. Yo, you was naked. Bro.
That wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it might not be
I've
your
seen
fault.
it too. I've seen that shit
I've
happen
seen
too.
it.
What you say?
I've seen it.
I've seen niggas
I
come
don't know what they
past.
talking about.
Everybody greet me.
Time out.
But I've seen niggas come straight past me and go straight to the kitchen.
I don't know what they
And
talking
be like,
about.
Queen, my boo, and this
I
ain't
don't know
baby.
what they
and
talking
this and that.
about.
And old head was asking
Don't
about
y'all
her
listen
all
to him.
night.
Don't y'all listen to him.
Listen,
All
I don't know what they
night
talking about.
long.
hey,
Well,
Smooth,
once again,
you better watch it, because they know something about Queen.
Listen,
She must got that bomb ass pussy,
listen,
dog.
listen,
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Once
I'm an old
again,
head.
it goes with trust because I've watched a motherfucker that walk up to me and say, "Yo, I apologize." What the fuck you apologizing for? I mean, I'm sitting up here not paying no mind to Queen.
boo.
Listen, I'm not paying no mind to her. She not paying no mind to me.
At all.
Boy walked up, told me, I apologize. I just want to let you know, because I was talking to your wife and she told me that you was over here. I said, I ain't worrying about her. That's my wife. She know who she come home
But, that's
to
not,
at the end
but
of the
wait,
night.
but you flipped out when somebody used her government.
Yes.
Oh,
surely
oh,
did.
oh,
You flipped out
Oh.
when somebody used her
Oh.
government.
Oh.
You snapped the
Oh.
fuck
It didn't have nothing to do with her. It didn't have nothing to do with her and the community and the vested community that we in. We are to use
Our club
names, right? That's why we have names.
on Facebook-
But on Facebook, it's my government.
It's her government.
Yeah.
Now, at the time, before the boy explained itself, you know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie. I was about to. Hold on. You was there.
He was stabbing.
Hold on.
Yo, man, what the fuck? That's my wife,
He was
man.
stabbing.
That's my wife.
Listen. He
did.
was there. I was about to throw a ball across the fucking
He was
street.
snapping.
I was about to pick him up by his fucking throat.
You
And
was
I was
not-
about to
he was
fucking throw him across the
snapping.
street.
He was
Because
snapping.
he walked up like,
What's up,
Hey,
Bridget?
Yo, and where's Bridget?
no, he didn't say, where's Bridget? He walked up, hey, Bridget.
Yes, he
Is
did.
this something you need to tell me?
But you trust her, so why don't
Well,
you care?
hold.
He
It
was
wasn't the
mad.
fact that I didn't trust her. It was the fact that I found out I was finding out some shit that I wasn't supposed to find out. A nigga called about her government. So at the end of the day, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed. Once again,
What did I say about
trust
the
her.
assumption? You
Right.
assumed that
Because
it was
I-
something
because
else,
wait a minute.
but it wasn't.
but
But that
Listen.
goes back to trust.
listen, it goes into trust, and it wasn't the fact that I didn't trust her. Once again,
You
if
didn't
I
trust
don't know
yourself.
about it, then I can't react. But the fact that the ball came up and put it on blast,
By calling her Bridget.
dude,
That's how to be by my
that-
government.
through it, I ain't gonna lie, it threw the trust issue in question for a minute. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was about to listen. He was like that.
dead.
Yo,
He was
my
so
man
mad.
Terry was like, move, calm down. It's all right. Like, listen, you gotta understand this on Facebook. And I'm like, I don't give a like, yo,
He was snapping.
yo, boy.
You had to be there. He was snapping.
And here's the thing.
In front of the clubhouse. He was snapping.
Here was the even fucked up part
I
about it,
don't
right?
understand.
The fucked up part about it was he didn't come in no vest. He came in work clothes and in a work truck.
And then he was mad because the boy never greeted him.
So, do you think?
He walked up to my car.
And greeted
See,
me.
that's the part about it.
All right, so I want to know your inner thoughts with that. So, when that happened, you said the trust went out the window a little bit.
No, it went in the question, not out the window.
Okay, and the question. So, what did you think about her? Tell the truth.
I can't say what I thought about her.
Wow.
Because, wait a minute,
Tell-
listen, I'm going to tell you why. One thing I learned with, again, having these sisters that I have is that a woman going to do what they going to
Hey,
do.
cousin.
Just like a man going to do what he going to do. I ain't going to front. I went off the radar, and normally I would have checked her. I checked the bull straight from
Yes,
the
he
door.
did.
I'm going to deal with her at home.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get to. So, if you trust your wife, why would you have to approach her at home about it? Period.
But the thing about it is I checked the bull.
No, I understand you checked the ball, but you said you checked her at home.
I said no. I
He
would have
was
checked her at
mad.
home. I didn't check her home. I would have checked her.
was
If
mad
it
as
was,
shit.
believe it or not, if it wasn't for Tara, that whole shit would have went
He
left,
was mad
and
as
I'd have
shit.
been stupid as shit because at the end of the day,
He made an ass out of
her
himself.
Facebook does say her
That's
government.
it. My government. It's
You understand what I'm
not
saying? And it didn't register.
I think I heard about this. He was a
Yeah,
hero.
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hero come and see a national PRO
Yeah.
event.
No, he wasn't coming to see about it. He was.
He did.
He did.
Oh,
He
yeah,
talked
yeah,
to me
yeah,
about
yeah.
an
He
event.
Right, right.
With the 35th district, a big
Right.
event about
All right, that's
Right.
too much info about him.
Right.
I
He
ain't
was
trying to get fined.
snapping.
No fines.
He was snapping.
Yo,
Nitty. He
I was
was
about to-
snapping.
I bet he was.
He
And
did.
the thing about it is, I didn't snap on her.
Yeah, her man.
I didn't snap on her. I snapped straight on the bull like, yo, like,
I said, excuse
you calling
me.
my wife
I
out
said,
her
excuse
fucking
I
name.
said, first of all,
I ain't gonna lie to
I
you.
said,
I
first
was
of
about
all,
to throw my
my
man
Facebook
across the
got-
fucking street.
I said, first of all, my Facebook got my government on it. I said, he's a PRO for a club. I said, he wants me to get our club to collab with them to do an event.
And then,
He was
and
snapping.
then, and then not only that,
made an ass out of himself.
I've seen the bull before.
In the middle of your groove.
But I seen the bull before, but I only seen him like once or twice, maybe 3 times. You understand what I'm saying? So you know how you see a person every so often, right? Like matter of fact, our host over here, our granddad of the show, he seen me but so many times, and if he didn't start seeing me recently, he wouldn't know who I am. Like just walking up to him,
Nigga,
right
he
or
still don't know
wrong,
who the fuck
right
you
or wrong,
is.
huh?
He still don't know who the fuck you is.
Yeah, he know who I am now, but
He's saying
I
it. He
mean,
ain't telling the truth. He like, fuck that nigga.
No. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how I know that he really didn't know who I was prior to the show, because there's a couple times I walked past him like, "What's up?" He looked at me like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" And he kept on moving. I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
At the end of the day, it should have came down to a trust of your wife.
But the
Right.
thing is,
It
you know,
was.
I can
That's what I'm
relate
saying.
to. Hold up, I'm gonna tell you something.
You don't
I
have
can
to.
relate.
Right.
I don't mean to take, but I can relate to Smooth a little because I had to catch myself because I had a situation with Rabbit when we was out, and someone that she knew came up to her and they was just busting it up like for 5 minutes, and I'm sitting right here like I'm Casper the Friendly Ghost, like invisible as a motherfucker. Like, yo, ain't you supposed to, like, yo, this is my husband, blah 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 blah. And I had to catch myself because I got mad because I felt that was disrespectful, and then that kind of put a trust issue
That
on
was
me.
not.
But at the same token, I had to sit back and
He
catch
felt as though the
myself.
bullshit. He felt as though the bullshit addressed him.
But the whole thing
Yeah.
is,
first.
when it
And
comes
the
down
bull-
to situations like that, I let my wife check any situation that comes about like
Right.
that. I don't even get in the middle. I ain't even got a step to do because if your wife ain't going to step up and check them, then the trust issue comes
He
in.
didn't give me the opportunity to say
that was-
nothing.
and that was the
I
thing.
get
That was the thing. I never gave her a chance to say something to him.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? Just like you said, like sometimes as men, and I'm gonna just speak on men
That was
because
your moment of
sometimes,
weakness.
right, we do have that moment of weakness where our
Just like Tarzan.
where our trust with certain situations come into play. You understand what I'm saying? And we may trust a situation, but yeah, we have our moments of weakness. I still trust her with I trust her with my fucking life. I trust you with my fucking life. Man, this man ain't getting along all the time, but I trust him with my fucking life. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it comes down where you question it every now and again.
But see, this is my thing. If I'm out with a female, right, and a nigga come up and start trying to bust it up with him, see, I'm a different type of man.
That's 'cause
Like,
you
I'm crazy.
Yes.
I'm literally crazy because
And
off
you-
the bat,
and you selfish.
listen, she's getting the silent treatment for like 2 days. Like,
That's because you selfish.
these niggas should know. If they see me with you, they shouldn't be saying nothing. They
He's
shouldn't be holding no.
selfish.
I am selfish.
He want all the attention.
I do.
And
I
that's
want
how
all
I
the-
was.
None of his
I want
girls
all-
should have no
So-
friends.
I want all
He
the
should be
attention.
all. He should be the only
Listen,
friend they got.
you don't need no
He
friends.
crazy.
Listen,
He's crazy.
They
You
knew
look,
somebody-
if you on the
Hold
phone
on,
with
hold on,
me,
hold on, hold
He
on.
is crazy.
If they knew somebody from back in the day,
right?
and they just
From
walked
high
up
school.
to 'em
Right.
and hey, long time no see, and
That
they
should be the
start
end of
busting
it.
it up.
No, ain't no busting
You
up.
feel some
What
type
type
of
of
way.
Hey, listen, it's not about me.
They
feeling-
didn't
listen,
see that person in 15
It doesn't matter.
years,
Listen.
and they trying to catch up, and you gonna feel some type
It
of
does,
way.
listen, I don't want
That
to.
makes
I'm gonna tell you why.
absolutely no
I'm gonna tell you
sense.
why because if I'm with a female, we out, and a nigga come up and start busting it up, I'm standing to the side looking all stupid and shit. Like, you don't need to be busted up that long. Make that shit 5 minutes and
But
say,
if
look,
that's
I
not
gotta
your
go.
chick, if that's not your chick, you shouldn't care.
My chick,
If
my
that's not your chick, you shouldn't care.
listen. If it's my chick and we are out and a nigga comes up, it's a 5-minute conversation and it's time to wrap that shit the fuck up and you pay more attention to me. Because
Okay,
listen,
so
I
is
am a
it
stingy nigga.
Is
You
it,
are.
Is it the
I
same?
am.
Is it the same way, vice versa?
No.
It should be.
No.
It
But it
should
ain't.
It should be.
But it ain't.
All right.
But it ain't.
Wait,
But it's- but it's
Your
not.
whole 10-minute conversation
hold on,
with
hold on,
somebody
hold
else.
Let him
We
finish.
can't overtalk.
Right.
Let him finish.
Right. So
It
it
should
should
be,
be, but I do have the tendency on just not saying yo, that's the fucking end of it. And it's like a double, it's like a double standard type thing.
Yeah,
But with
it's
me,
always a double standard.
listen, when
Like
when my name King Nitty, I'm not doing that shit to be like. I've been like this since fucking high school, since
He
I was
ain't gonna have no
a
friends.
kid. I don't need that no friends. Cause listen, I've been like this since high school. Anybody from high school that knew me knew I was the same way. I got a lot of chicks.
See, Nasty, call in.
I got a lot of chicks and shit like that, and I'm very stingy. I don't think my chick need no male friends or anything like that. Now me, I think it's okay if I have a female friend.
Oh,
like
my
female
God.
friends,
Yeah.
you think it's okay for you
I
to
wanna
have female
punch him in
friends?
his face.
You think it's okay for you to... I'm
I
gonna
don't
need
think
you
it-
to
no,
stay
I don't
alive.
think
I want to punch him so bad.
I'm gonna need you to
I wanna
slide.
Why?
Because this
No,
right,
why?
you right here, you. I don't even know why they sit me so close. To
Listen, I'm
You
saying-
sat in the middle. You went in the middle.
I feel as though if a woman is with me, they're with me. Y'all don't
Riz,
need
the number
nobody
is
else.
267-888-6019.
I am a very
That's the
stingy
number.
person all around. All
All
around.
right.
He's stingy.
Let me ask everybody here at this table something, right? All right. We kind of got your answer already, Queen. But
About what?
now, do the people at this table, do they significant others trust them? Do your fiance trust you on site?
No,
And do
they say they do, but no. My
Oh,
significant
do you
other,
trust her?
they say they trust me, but I don't think so. I don't expect nobody to trust me 100%. I really
Why?
don't. 'Cause I just don't. I mean, I did a lot of shit. They heard a lot of shit.
excuse me, everybody.
And you know, a lot of shit can be questionable, but you know, I don't even try to defend it that much because if you fucking don't,
I don't even
if
try
you
to
don't trust,
defend
I don't,
that
I don't,
much. I cannot
He said, I don't even try to
I
defend
don't because
it.
I do. Listen,
Well,
Riz, the number is
he answered
267.
on site.
What that
does
number
your-
say?
why y'all laughing at me? That's fucked up.
6019.
Okay.
Also, too,
All right, so you're about to
get
get married. You're about to get married one side,
Right.
right?
Do your husband trust you 100%? Or do he trust you? Is it one of those things he trusts you as far as he can see you?
I think that he doesn't trust me 100% because of his past relationship. So he doesn't trust me 100%. But I don't have anything. I've never shown him anything for him to distrust me. So he has that trust in me. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? So he trusts in me, but I don't think that he has 100% trust there because of his past relationship.
Hold on, listen. We had a segment. I think that's a caller.
There's a caller.
We had a
We got
segment
a
one
caller.
time.
We got a caller.
We had a segment one time where I think it was a female that was just in here was saying if a woman wanted to cheat, a man would never know they cheating.
You got that right.
So how can you trust them 100%?
Wait a minute, we have a
That's
caller.
the God- that's
We
the
have a
God
caller.
honest truth.
We have a
So
caller.
we going to answer that. Yo, caller,
Caller, what's
going
up?
on? Introduce yourself and let us know what's on your mind.
Unless
That's
you want to
Red.
remain
That might be
anonymous.
Red.
Hello?
Unless
Hey.
you want to remain anonymous.
Who this?
Who is that?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, speak your piece.
It's Red.
Hey, Reds.
Happy holidays, Sandy.
Happy holidays, daughter.
Fuck them holidays.
First of all, Smooth, you sat here and said that you trust, people with your life or whatever. That's one kind of trust. The trust that Nitty sitting over there bullshitting
Speak it. Speak
Talk
it.
that shit.
I keep saying.
Hold
I
on,
keep
hold on.
saying
Hold
people
on,
that
before you
know
continue.
him.
One at a time.
I
One at a
keep
time.
saying
One at a
people
time.
that know him.
One at a time.
People that know him.
Listen, I told him I got the right to see. Listen,
Yeah.
I touch every last one of y'all that's sitting on that panel with my life. Smooth, that's the kind of trust that you're talking about when you said, you put your trust in your life. Listen, I put my life in your hands at any point of time. Right now, listen, King Nitty, as you said. You don't trust nobody with your woman.
I say that all the
Yes, he
time.
did. He said it.
I said it.
He said it.
I said that. But hold on. But the question is not about me. The question about you. You're in a relationship.
What?
So do you trust your man 100%? And if you don't, could your relationship last?
Nitty,
Mhm.
if my man went away for 2 weeks and every night he not answering his phone, then after the third night he don't gotta answer the phone because I'm gonna be where the hell he ate.
So you don't trust him. So you don't trust him
I'm not
100%.
accusing you of nothing. I need to see with my own eyes.
But if you trust him 100%, why do you gotta make that trip to go see what's going on?
So Nitty, you wouldn't make that.
Maybe he took some time to OPM and he just went to sleep every night.
I'm gonna fight him.
I'm just saying.
Maybe the trip was kind of crazy.
He
No.
Maybe he had
That's
maybe
how
for 3
motherfuckers
days.
the number one in Oshie.
but maybe he had jet lag or some shit like that. Like it could always be something.
He had jet lag
Whatever.
for 3 days.
No. Is that the excuse that you use sometimes, Nitty?
No, I don't use that excuse. My joint be like, look, I'm going to go see museums and shit. And y'all ain't had no signal in there.
Oh my God.
You know too much tape. You know too
So,
much tape.
so if he ever used that he ain't got no signal in the normal museum, y'all know what's going on.
I go along.
Boom, there it is. For all those that be trying to call me like, where's Lily?
But
Boom, he has no signal. He has no signal.
Go ahead. You don't?
No.
So, okay, so since you don't trust them, how long you think your relationship will last?
I have no idea, but listen, this is the thing. When I find a man I
trust
can
you?
trust, then I can sit there and say I'm getting married.
Right on. I
Can he
need
trust
that.
you?
She a good girl. She a good
But
girl.
as long as I'm not saying I'm marrying you, that means that I do not own you. That means I cannot even attempt to try to have a life or with you. So I'm here. Like, I'm not going to do that to myself.
Hey, Ray.
So what?
Can he trust you?
Oops.
Yeah, we can.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
100%.
100%.
So why you can't trust him 100%?
Because
Hey, Juicy.
I'm in a situation where so I gave that 100%, and look what has happened. I understand every man is not the same,
Right.
but when you keep picking the same man, but with a different face, and the same thing keeps happening and happening and happening, you eventually choose not to trust that man.
Right.
So how is it? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she
All
can.
right. So how is it that he can trust you, but you can't trust him? How can you put the effort to show him that he can trust you, but you won't look for that same effort to trust him?
You know what's really screwed up? The fact that I understand where you're coming from,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes down to it, my biggest thing is, okay, in a relationship I'm in now, he has an iPhone, I have an iPhone. You know what I ask him all the time? You want me to put my location so you can know where I'm at? I go to work and I come home.
So does he do the same thing?
I had no idea. I don't trust him. I don't care.
So what you ask?
The whole thing is,
But see,
that's
they
the thing.
mostly travel together, though.
Here's the thing about that, right? And everybody in this room, and I hope everybody in this room can attest to the fact that if you trust the motherfucker, and I mean, besides you, Nitty, because you don't trust nobody, besides,
trust me.
you know what I mean, the people that you trust, if you don't trust a if you trust a motherfucker, why can't you do, if you hit them, okay, I'm trying to get the word now, excuse me, bro. If you can have a motherfucker trust you, why can't you put forth that same effort?
because it's an
and to
at will.
trust?
You
Yeah.
gotta want to do something.
See, there we
you gotta
go.
want to trust a person.
So,
It's not
so hold on.
effective.
I think I know what Red's saying. So Red's is having a problem trusting him because of her past relationships.
Like,
And that's what happens a lot of times. Yeah, that's happening a lot of times. You may, a woman or a man may get dogged a lot of times. So when you get that person that might be that one, it's hard to trust them. Yeah, nigga.
But see, the whole thing
Hold
I
on,
always
hold on,
said,
hold on,
though,
hold on.
wait. The whole
Go
thing I
ahead.
always
It's
said
gonna
about
be
the
good.
Nitty, what you said, you can't bring something negative from the past
Right.
to the present and
But
expect
it's-
a positive
but it's hard to
future.
do that,
Not
though.
going to work.
Yo,
But it's
Kel,
hard to
come over
do.
here so we can
But
share
it's
this
hard.
mic.
It's hard to do that though. It's easy. It's easy enough to say that. Right. It's easy to say that, but it's hard to do it.
It's not hard to do. It's a mindset. It's all about the mindset. Because at the end of the day, if you meeting somebody new, you can't put the pressure on her from your past shit. You can't do that because you don't even know that person. So you already that person coming in the door with two strikes against them because you already in your duffel saying that, oh, she gonna be like everybody else, all the other females you was with. She ain't gonna be shit. She gonna be trifling. She gonna be ratchet. She gonna be this. She gonna be that. She already got two strikes against them instead of accepting it for what it is.
But I've talked to plenty of women. And listen, no, some real shit. And I hear a lot of shit. And I've known women who've gotten dogged by 2 or 3 guys back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? So at the point when you start talking to them, you can say, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna trust him until he give me a reason not to trust him. But they go ahead in the back of their mind because if that man is at work and he's working hard. And the man before was saying he was at work and working hard, but he was really doing something else. Right. You're going to think as soon as something else happens, Oh, that nigga doing the same shit that the father was.
But that's what separates the women from the girls
And the men from
and
the boys.
men from the boys.
I'm
Everybody
I'm
is
16.
not the same.
I'm 16
I
years
know.
old right
I
now.
know. I know.
Listen, I don't trust nobody.
You can't even come off the steps by yourself. Get out of here.
Hold on. And we're gonna give Tara the mic for a minute, but I'm gonna say this, right? When I met Queen, I trusted her already. One, because she kept it 100 with me. She let me know about the ex, you know what I mean, who was still around, you know what I mean, and what was going on. She knew about, you know what I mean, my wife. You understand what I'm saying? And what was going on with me and my wife. Like, we put that out there on the table. Now, don't get it wrong. I had every reason not to trust her because of what my ex did. You understand what I'm saying? When I say based on what she did, when I tell you that I'm at work and my damn near newborn kid is home and he's with his godmom at the crib while you doing whatever the fuck you doing, you understand what I'm saying? I had every reason not to really trust another female because at the end of the day, if I ain't have a kid with you, you could have did whatever the fuck you want to do because guarantee you this, I'm smooth. And they call me that for a reason. But, listen, hey Riz, come on, listen, it is what it is. We speaking the truth at the King's Truth.
Let's get
We're going to get a chair to the line, but that's the question I got for everybody is when do you decide to say that I'm not going to let my past dictate my future?
You ain't supposed
All right,
to.
come on, Keith Sweat.
Well,
Hey, go Keith
let
Sweat.
me just say this though. Let me just say this. Before we clear the line. We've been together for 6 months and I'm actually learning to put trust in him because every time that I feel that he was going to drop like the bait or something, he hasn't done it, so I'm learning to put trust in him.
Okay, good.
All right, so
Hold on, wait. Rance, we're going to let you go, babe, okay? Thanks for calling in.
All right, talk to y'all.
All right, then.
all right, so since this is King's Truth, I want you to know, and this involves my wife because I'm gonna put it out there. I had a lot of trust issues with my wife in the beginning because when we first started out, it was still dealing with the ex dude. I'm finding text messages, phone calls are being made at work, and I'm not knowing about it. Stuff is being done on the line when I'm at home. Like you said, phone getting cut off when I walk in the door. So I had to grow to learn to give her that trust that I'm wanting. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I had to let go because I was always the one that was always on point. Kind of like Smooth when the dude with the PRO came up, and I was always beating on my chest when it came to her because as a man, you feel as though you got to protect your woman. Anybody that's in your territory, you're going to sit there and battle it, no matter what it is. If it's stupid, if it's legitimate, if it's not legitimate, whatever the case may be. But I had to learn to let go of the fact of the jealousy and the mistrust and all that stuff like that because at the beginning and end of the day, I'm not going to stress myself out about me not trusting somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm treating it like I'm Mount Everest. You gotta climb this peak to get to the top of this peak to earn my trust. And I'm gonna give you the same thing in return. I gotta climb your summit to get to the top to earn your trust. So in the beginning with me and my wife, there was no trust because I found out a whole bunch of stuff. And it was a battle. It was a constant battle. It came down to like this either him or me. You know what I'm saying? And when I fell back and stopped stressing on it, she kind of realized that, I'm not giving a fuck anymore. Because at the beginning of the day, if stuff don't work out, it's on your head, not mine. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing with trust is something that you gotta want to do. It's got something that you gotta have in your heart and say, yo, this is the person that I'm gonna love regardless of the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever the fuck they may do. If my wife went out tomorrow and shot somebody and killed them, I'm gonna say she didn't fucking do it. Knowing that she did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be right there in that court being her witness saying, yo, she ain't do shit. She was with me. I'm gonna lie all day. Knowing that she shot that motherfucker. With no problem. And if I go to jail for her, I'm gonna take that up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's where my level is at with it. So trust is something that you gotta wanna do. It's more than just being earned, it's more than just being given. It's something that you gotta want to have in your heart for somebody, no matter what it is. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. And you know, that's just how it comes down with me.
Right. And the thing is, I be wanting to trust, and yo, seriously, I be wanting to trust in the back of my head. I be like, she ain't doing shit. She loyal shit. She ain't doing nothing. But it's always that one little teeny thing with me that scratch that shit back. It's like you could do 10 things right and one thing wrong. That's the type of thing I want, because as soon as she do something wrong, I'm flipping the fuck out.
But does the good outweigh the bad? Do you look at that? You know what I'm saying?
The good outweigh the bad, but because he has in his head that one thing is the deal breaker. Like any one thing is the deal breaker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I be like, sometimes you have to get out your own way to find the happiness that you want.
Right.
Like you have so much high expectations, like, oh, I don't want my woman to do nothing wrong. I want her to be this way. So if you already got in your head the way that you want your woman or your man to be, and the first time that they step out of that guideline, you're gonna be disappointed. So now the whole relationship is fucked.
That's why
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you ever remember, I get a 50-50 John. I give anything and anybody 50% expectation, because I learned a long time ago, when you give somebody 100% expectation, the only person that's fucked up and mad at the end of the day is you. So if you go above that 50, if you go above that 50%, I'm cool. If you go below that 50%, I was expecting it anyway. So what the fuck? I'm neutral. So that's why I give anything and anybody, anything they say, person, even my wife, my mom, I don't give a fuck who it is. You get a 50% expectation out of me, because the whole simple fact is I'm not going to let you get me upset and get me off my square, because the minute I'm off my square, ain't nothing straight.
Now I'm gonna bring something to the table. In the beginning, when I first met Smooth, it was hard for me to have the trust, because I was basically just getting out of a 15-year relationship with the father of my son. So it was like, okay, because we went through so much stuff. Like I went through the infidelity, I went through the baby making, I went through a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying, with this man in a span of 15 years. So it was like, when I met Smooth, it was like I was already in my duffel, like, and in my mindset where, listen, I'm not giving shit to no fucking body. It's going to be my way or the fucking highway. You understand what I'm saying? I was 35 at the time, so I wasn't no spring chicken.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
For a long time.
Yeah, we've been together a long time. So it was like I wasn't no spring chicken when I met Smooth. So I was already in my duffel.
Right.
And it was like, you know, when me and Smooth got together, I already had that wall up. And he knew it. You know what I'm saying? And he took his time to say, okay, I know you got this wall up. I know you got this over here because of X, Y, and Z. Because I told him everything from the jump. Like, listen, this is what I went through with him. This is what I'm not going to tolerate. This is where I'm at with it. It's about my kids. It's about this. It's about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you might have to deal with this asshole from time to time because his name on the mortgage. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I kept it a being. But when it was like, you know, son, when I decided in my head that, listen, I'm not going to deal with that because my ex is an asshole, and my ex told him like, my name on the deed, my name on the mortgage, so I can still come there when I want, and and I said, you know something, if I'm really honest and really want to make it work with this man, I'm gonna have to get out this situation because it's not gonna get no better. I walked away from a 5-bedroom house in North Philly to start new with somebody else because I was like, at the end of the day, this over here is toxic, so I can't be over there.
So let me ask you a question, Queen, not to break anybody off. Well, all right, so y'all been together for a long time.
12 years.
12 years. Out of the 12 years, let's be real.
Right.
How many times did y'all break up?
Me and Smooth? Once.
Once. What made you come back after that breakup? There had to be something that was solid that made you say, yo, fuck all that. I don't care. I'm coming back regardless.
He got the divorce.
Listen.
He asked me.
I know he
He didn't
asked
ask
you.
you.
I know, let her
He
talk
didn't ask
first.
you.
He ready
He
to go
asked
away.
me.
Yes.
Okay. So me and Smooth had issues. It wasn't necessarily like it was a little bit of trust, but then again it wasn't trust because like I said, I've always kept it 100. So it was like, okay, I ran into a friend of mine. I ran into a friend of mine's brother on Facebook. And he was like, hey, did you know such and such passed away? Okay, cool. No, I didn't know. Whatever. Now, it's history there because this was like my mom. You know what I'm saying? When me and my mom was having issues, this was like my second mom. I was able to go to her house. She took make sure I was straight. When she was fucked up, I let her live in my house. Like, this is the relationship that we had. So it was like when I ran into a friend of mine's brother, he was like, hey, this is what's going on. Is it okay if I give such and such your phone number? Okay, cool. This was my ex when I was in high school. I was a kid. You understand what I'm saying? And then we dated before I had my son. You know what I'm saying? So it was like before I met my ex, me and him dated. But we dated also when I was in high school. So it was like we friends. You understand? So I'm trying to let my man know that, listen, this is just my friend. Because at the time, that was just my friend. You understand? But he couldn't handle the fact that was my friend.
Smooth has a face of
Listen,
that don't
listen.
Smooth got something to say.
Listen to me.
Yes,
Listen
he
to what I'm
do.
saying.
He
And
do.
he
Very
couldn't
like-
listen. He couldn't handle the fact that was my friend. So it was like because me and him was already having our own issues. You understand? Around the same time, it was like every little thing he thought it was more than what it was. So now I go into work and I always talk shit. That's what I do. So I walk in the door, the guard at the door, he like, hey Bridget, what's going on? He do like this.
And Bridget.
Right?
That word is
That's
shit.
me.
Damn,
That
man.
word is crazy.
Damn.
So he do like this. So me making the joke, I say, Tim, don't be trying to fill me up. At the same time, I'm on the phone with him. Right? Now, between the front door and the time clock, you basically in the basement of the building. Signal go out. He trying to say something.
She was in the library
Signal
or
go
the,
out.
or the
Right?
museum.
Next thing I know, I get to the floor. I'm getting phone calls from the guard apologizing for whatever. I said, is this Candy Camera? What is you talking about? He is like, your husband called up here. He snapping. He this, he that. I'm like, what? Listen, he done called up there to the job. He done threatened the fucking boy at the front desk. He talk about don't put your fucking hands on my wife. I'm getting called to the fucking administrator's office. They done called the cops up to the fucking job because he just threatened the fucking boy. Wait a minute. Wait.
All right, so let's hear Smooth part.
Wait.
Because something
You
ain't sounding
understand
right.
what I'm saying?
So
Like,
help
it was
crazy.
Hold on,
You're absolutely
Queen.
right.
Something Smooth ain't sounding right. You got
What's
5
not
minutes.
right?
Yo,
It's not
my
right.
jaw hurt. My jaw hurt because I think I cracked it too.
Back your mic up a
Why
little
is
bit.
you holding your jaw so tight?
All right.
Back your mic up a little bit.
So-
Go ahead. You got 5 minutes.
In this
Addicted.
5 minutes, I'm gonna make this real brief.
I'm gonna make this real brief.
Don't lie.
Her philosophy
Her philosophy.
was that if she got back with her, if she ran back into her ex,
Oh my
and he
God.
got himself together, that it was over. You understand?
Oh, shit.
Now, hope. No,
Time
I'll
out.
let
Wait,
you
Queen,
speak.
let him go.
I'll let you speak.
Let him go. Go ahead.
Did I open a can of worms?
But I
Hold
told
on,
you.
hold on.
You did.
That's
No.
a conversation that we had.
Listen.
From
She,
past
hold
Let
on.
him, Queen. Let him go.
See,
Go ahead.
now she may
Full of
have,
shit.
and she say she may have mentioned it. She may have mentioned it.
Full of shit.
Did I pay it any mind? No, because guess what? You with me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, did she? Yes. Tell me about the boy having a number. Yeah, I lost my mom. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give boy the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give my chick that I trust the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? He called. I answered the phone. Yo, what's going on? Yo, I want to apologize. You know what I mean? Like, you got my sincerity, my condolences, all of that good shit. You know what I mean? Because I know how it is to lose a mom. The whole time, yeah, we was going through our little shit because I wasn't working, she was working, we trying to, maintain. But at the same time, that gave my man room to get her feelings back. That's why we broke it. They ain't had nothing to do with my divorce.
Queen got a
Like,
groove
listen,
back.
listen,
Damn.
exactly,
That is not-
exactly.
That's not
Queen
So-
got a groove back.
Damn.
So
That's not true.
at the time, it's not. That's
No,
not
that's
it.
not true.
That is it. That's
Go
the
ahead,
truth.
go ahead.
That's the truth.
Damn.
Listen,
So,
It's supposed to be the king's
so
truth.
this is the
Oh,
king's
that's
truth.
not
So
true.
we speaking the truth. We're speaking the truth.
Everybody
So
spreading
it
lies
just so
around.
happened
There's a lie.
that at the time, my man was supposed to been having his shit together. So when she left me,
Oh
it was
my
for
God.
him. You understand what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this.
So wait a minute, hold on.
Like-
Before you ask me,
Go ahead.
I'm
He
gonna answer
lying.
it. I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah,
While
stand up
we
for that.
was split up, she was with this bull.
Oh shit.
Oh
You understand what I'm
my
saying?
God.
Damn.
Now,
I went to see him
part
twice.
no,
That's me dropping the mic, y'all.
no.
Don't y'all listen
Drop
to
the
him.
mic.
It was to the point it
Damn.
had me fucked up in the head because
It should.
this was a person that, and don't get it wrong. I
We got
love
a couple
her.
minutes. We got a couple
Yeah, we got a
minutes.
couple minutes.
No,
I
we got
love her
like
to
1
death.
minute. Hurry up,
And
nigga.
at the time, I loved her then, and I love her more now. But at the end of the day, did that fuck me up? Hell yeah.
Don't matter because you
Because-
got her now.
Because listen,
Thank you.
she left me for the bull. When we got together, it was because guess what? There was nobody else but
He
Smooth.
almost cost me my job.
Nah, it was Smooth, the
So,
person.
let me ask you this.
You know what I mean,
What-
who was there
Smooth.
for her when
But
she
said,
needed it.
but she said that.
He almost cost me my job.
Smooth. Was she calling him Big Daddy?
No.
No.
No, she couldn't call
I'm
him Big Daddy.
I was just saying.
I was
Call
big.
me
I was
Big
still
Daddy.
Big Daddy.
We
You
never
know what
slept
I'm saying?
together.
You didn't have a Z on there yet? You was the daddy?
All
I
right,
was just
y'all.
the daddy.
We never
Listen,
slept
listen,
together.
listen.
I'm sorry.
We got 2 minutes.
And he's deceased now.
We
so.
are here
Oh, he did?
next
Yeah.
Thursday.
Oh, well, fuck that nigga then.
What the
Same
fuck you talking about
time.
him? You so stupid. You ain't shit. I swear.
Hey, I'm trying
I'm
to
sorry.
send
All
the
right,
big
so-
Bibles out.
Go-
We got our quick shout outs right quick, so
Hold on.
Frank was talking.
Sheesh. Like,
I know he rude.
I'm trying to shut everybody
He
up.
in his bag right there.
well, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, we are back here again
Next Thursday.
next Thursday, same time, same
Back
place.
station.
The King's Truth. Now
Crazy.
we want to give our shout outs to who, Smooth?
Glockerware
Glockaway.
and King's Clothing. It is a cultural statements.
And
Style, power, and success.
if
He
for all
owed
my
me
family,
a shirt.
for all my family that was listening, you know what I mean? If y'all want them, if y'all want that Clean Clothing shirt, I seen a couple of y'all on my live saying y'all want some shirts. Just hit me up. You know what I mean? It might take y'all a minute fucking with my prayers, but
No, you know what? We had big orders for Christmas, but we back on track now.
just hit me up and you know I'll make sure I put y'all orders in to the right person.
Or y'all can go to www.kingsclothingllc.com. Clothing spelled with a K.
Clothing spelled with a
With
K,
a
y'all.
Clothing
K.
spelled with a K.
Don't forget to look up that Glockaway, y'all.
Lockaware.
Glockaway.
These
you
motherfuckers
already
treat us
know.
good here, yo.
So what's the
Yes.
topic for next week?
I ain't gonna say it on the
The
radio.
topic
You ain't gonna
for
tell
The
us.
topic next week is a surprise.
If
We will
y'all
have.
following my press, if y'all following them, you know what I mean, he always asks for y'all to trim in to figure out what's the topic's going to be. So go on the pages. If y'all following me on site, if y'all following Queen, go on the pages and, you know, leave y'all topics and, you know, what y'all want to hear.
I think we're gonna probably talk about how to treat a woman good topic. And we're gonna have Tara up in this motherfucker.
We gonna
AKA
have
Keith
a
Sweat.
men's session. We gonna have a
We're
men's
gonna
session.
do that too.
And
Here
then we
we
gonna
go.
have y'all ladies do y'all thing.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, we gotta go.
We gotta go. Tune in to Glockaware.com.
All right,
Thank
y'all.
y'all.
Download the app
Peace,
Glockaware
Peace.
Radio.
Good night. My phone was about to